Eddie,
What's up, brother Kris? What's up, family? Woo!
Eddie, this is one of my favorite topics because I love how investors, if they're anything like me, they would get frustrated,
Uh-oh.
right? Did you ever get frustrated working with
Trouble.
an agent?
Man, you
Eddie,
know how it is. It's hard to deal with agents, man. Unless they're investor friendly, man.
man, they
I'm
are.
telling you, man, I don't really deal with a lot of agents, man. I've been looking for a house, like I said, a personal house and shit, man. I talked to one agent. She like, I talked to the agent about owner finance. I sent off and she said, I don't think my seller is in the position to own the finance.
How the
Cause if you
hell?
own the finance, sometimes they don't get their commission up front.
Yeah,
So
could. Or they could. You don't know.
it depends on the agent, the agency. I
They
don't
could
know,
get
man.
the,
But
they
it's
could
just
get
so
their commission.
closed minded, man. Whoa, shit.
They
So
could get their
closed
commission.
minded. A lot of them, man. I couldn't even think like a realtor, man.
What you mean?
Like if you're a realtor and you only focusing on 3%, you're doing a disservice to yourself, man. You're doing all that damn work for 3%.
We'll get to
Shit,
that. Hold tight. We'll get to that. Let's get it.
man, come
Hey,
on.
let's talk about what's going on, man. Just give me an update in your world. What's going on, dog?
A lot, man.
Well, they got a song. Some how many people I shot a lot. How many girls you got a lot. How many cars you got?
A lot. Oh shit.
My kids be asking. I'm like a lot.
A
Missy,
lot, a
what the
lot.
hell's going on? Um, shoot. I'm gonna take this as one of my residents. Hey, Miss Amber.
Hello.
Hey,
So,
Miss Amber. I'm on
there you
a.
go.
I'm in a meeting. Can we go over this in about an hour?
Okay, well, call me when you finish.
Yeah. Were you able to do the inspection? That's really what I want to know right now.
Yeah, I did it. She just left, but I
Okay.
was going to tell you what needed to be done.
All right. So we got a list for all the repairs for your voucher, and we'll go over that in about an hour.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Eddie, tell me what's going on with you, dog. Update, my friend. Update. Round up family.
Nothing much, man. Closing out some deals, man. We just did
I'm listening. Go ahead.
we just did a little marketing, a test campaign
4.
for some land deals.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's looking good.
You
We just
marketing
did
up?
a little test campaign, send out about 500, 500 text blasts, got about 40 replies and shit. Looked like about 15 people ready.
What you smoking a cigar or something?
Hey, brother Chris, you asked too many questions.
Round up family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Wednesdays with Eddie. Wednesdays with Eddie. I gotta take this thing off every time I. Wednesdays with Eddie. Today, Roundup family, it's your boy Haskins, Chris Haskins. If it's the first time you're joining us, every Wednesday, Eddie and I like to come to you and just share with you a little bit about what we're doing in our real estate businesses and a point that we can possibly drill home with you to take your business to the next level. Because I know I don't know about your coaching clients, Eddie, but my clients kind of get frustrated with working with agents, real estate agents.
Yeah, man. You
And
gotta
you,
look for the ones that's investor friendly.
hmm
Get a better picture.
and my mission statement, Roundup Family, is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Today, we're hanging out with Eddie and Chris. Well, let me take that back. Mr. Transaction
Mr.
Engineer. Sorry.
Mr. Transaction. Brother Chris, do we have to go through this on every single episode?
I did put
Every episode, Brother Chris.
I put your email down there though, so I maybe get a pass for that. I don't know.
Okay, man. You back in. You back in that quick.
But Eddie, Mr. Transaction, Mr. Eddie, I was like, give me a snapshot of this land thing, class. I'd like to share with you what's going on, and then we'll get to our training for the day. Go ahead, Eddie. I'm gonna
So
tell you about my side. Yo.
we just done a little test run. When was that? Yesterday.
Hmm.
So we did about 500 text blasts.
That's the people that own land, own land. Period.
Yeah, on land in just one city. We got about 50 responses and I say about 15 yeses.
Nice,
So
nice.
I'm like, okay. Cause see, that's guys, that's another income stream. People are buying land. Look around you. You see a house, you see a building, you see a Walmart, it was all land, flat land. So it's always somebody that wants to buy it. They can want to buy it to build on it. They can want to buy it to ride dirt bikes on. Everybody don't want to build on it. You just sell it for what you can use it for.
Hmm.
Put it out there, sell it on owner finance. That's a good way to build up some income because you can owner finance them lots. Come on, man, you get a seller shit a $10,000, $20,000 lot. You probably can do an owner finance deal 1,000 down, $200 a month. Then you charge somebody else 4,000 down or 5,000 down, whatever you can get down. The most you can get down is all profit, and
Oh,
400 or 300 a month
mhm.
for 5 years, 6 years till it's
Land
paid
leases.
out, and you can put interest on it. So
Yes,
it's another income stream in real estate.
I love it. Land leases, land leases, big business.
Yeah, man. So other than that, and I'm studying some click phones.
Click. Okay, good. Yeah, click funnel. So yeah, Eddie and I. Oh Lord, Eddie. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to go there. Um.
Yeah, don't go there, Chris. You got to tighten up, man. I've been writing. You got to check. I'm on chapter 3.
All right. Okay. Well, tomorrow we're meeting up at 1 o'clock, right?
Right.
Okay. Cool. Um. Well, my mother will be gone. She's going back home tomorrow, so I'm able to dedicate more time to that.
Oh, your mom's here. Okay.
She's been here for
Yeah, I
like.
understand that, man. You got to get that time, man. That's the benefit of being an entrepreneur. You can take that time out, baby.
That's
Shit.
right.
Thank God for that.
You're
Thank
right.
God for that, man.
Yeah.
Imagine you had to be on a job and your mom was here for this time. You would have missed out on most of her time.
Yeah.
It's a
Uh,
blessing, man.
you're right. I haven't even thought about that. They just. I was telling. Well, one thing I think about is that my family. They expect me to magically just make it all come together.
Hey, man, that's what we got to do, man.
Eddie, so I'm literally my broker comes over last night. I'm glad we're talking about this. My broker, she's making her 3%, right? I'm buying a house of $100,000, whatever. So she's gonna make 3 grand. She dropped the contract off with me to drive it over to the selling agent. I'm like, I don't mind doing it, but just there's certain things that you just have to be ready to do to make deals go down, class.
Yeah.
There is no, it's not my. I was listening to Earl Nightingale. He's like, most people are like, that's not in my job title. That's not my department. At the end of the
Shit,
day,
you got to make it, Joe. Sometimes you got to make it. You got to make it happen. Shit.
so I'm literally waiting. As soon as we get off here at 3, I'm going to drop this application off in Eddie. It's in another city, so things got to get done, dude. They got to get
Got to go
done.
get the money, brother Chris.
Yeah.
Got to go get it, baby.
I also wanted to say that, Eddie, thank you for your time. We both, I want my rounded family to know that Eddie takes time out. Literally, this is a snapshot. We're working, set this up video back to real estate. Just I can imagine what Eddie's day is going like. I know what mine is. I know you're super busy, dude. So thank you just for sharing your time, brother.
Thank you, brother.
So working with agents, Eddie, yeah, you were saying earlier, I cut you off. You were saying something about it's challenging. Go ahead with that.
Yeah, it's just challenging when they don't really understand the multiple ways to do a deal. They're only trained how to. Majority of agents are only trained how to just get a property listed, put it on all the systems, and go and show the property, or give people access to see the property, and then
That's it. What does it do? Write the paperwork up.
do the contracts, and that's it, man. So you're doing a disservice to yourself, and especially when there's so many ways to buy that you can help your seller to sell a property. Like somebody come to you with owner finance, you can present that to your seller, ask for your commission up front. If it's okay with your agent and your broker, boom, you get paid. You done sold a house on owner finance instead of being closed minded. Oh, I don't think we can sell that way.
We're
Well,
gonna
it's
get to
another
that.
way. So now instead of selling traditionally one way, you got two ways. You can sell on owner finance. You can sell on lease purchase. I know it's a lease purchase, but I gotta have at least half my commission, and I present it. You okay with that? Boom. But you know, man, you gotta think outside the box. You're stuck inside the box. That's the problem.
I heard you say
That's the number one problem.
the magic statement I'm hearing all the time, Eddie. I don't think the seller will dot dot dot. Tell me about that.
Number one, how can you think for the seller? That's the problem. You're trying to think for the
We're
seller.
talking about agents here, class.
Yeah, the agents. Agents don't think for the seller. Present the deal. Just make sure you get paid your commission.
Is that one of the
Simple as that.
major hurdles you're thinking, Eddie, that's going on with dealing with realtors? They think for sellers?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How many times have you, Eddie, I'm asking, I just want to know, just give me a ballpark. How many times do you think you heard that from
Um.
an agent? How many times? Well, they will they
Oh
will
my God,
I
man,
don't
too
think the
many.
seller will.
I can't even count it up, brother Chris. It's too many. Too many times.
So this is what we have to get over around our family. And today I hopefully to help you with that. Eddie, one of the things that Mason's taught me is something called an obligation. So I'm like, it's our obligation if we want, and I think having a strong broker is an asset, you know, not a liability after they're understanding what's going on, brother
Right.
Eddie. But
Yeah,
how
you
to,
gotta have
no.
now you gotta you gotta have a knowledgeable broker.
So would
Now,
you
if you
prefer,
got one that does investment and stuff like that, you in the game. I would go to that. I would pick a broker based on that if I was an agent. But that way you can get paid more than one way.
hmm if you were agent, yeah, you would
If
probably
I was an agent,
represent yourself. But you can represent yourself though, Eddie.
heck yeah.
You can represent yourself. I'm not talking about that though. I'm talking about where people are hiring an agent. That's all. You know,
Oh, okay.
if you were an agent, you would. Yeah, you would. So, do you have something that you could possibly help when the agent? This is on the buy side class. When you say I want to make this offer, bam, and the agent says, I don't think the seller will take that. I don't think they're gonna take that. How do we get them over that, Eddie? What do you recommend to get them over that hump? Because that is a big hump.
I would just look, guys. You're gonna get all your commission. Don't worry about it. Just present the deal. You're gonna get your full commission. Long as they know they're gonna get a check, then you can win them over. But see, some of them think they gotta wait on the check. You're gonna have to see if you can get them to open up their mindset and explain to them the deal. Hopefully, you can explain to them the deal correctly and explain to them how they're gonna get paid. Because agents, that's their number one thing. You got to think they're only getting 3%, so they want to get their check.
So how do you, if you're doing an owner finance or lease purchase where there's not a lot of money up front, Eddie, what are you doing to explain to the agent how they're getting their money? Because that's the first thing they're going to want to know. Forget the seller. We got to get through them first, the gatekeepers.
How you get? I give it to them two ways. I say you can talk to your broker, right? And they say that's fine. Then you're gonna get some of your commission. I'm not giving them. It just depends on the numbers, really, because I got a deal I'm working on now. I thought I was gonna be able to get an agent 7,000, but we're not closing till next week. It took longer to get all the documents and all that stuff. And so we really seen the numbers, and she gave me a bogus number saying the house worth 369. But I done my research, it's really worth 330. So so she got to come down if she want the deal to work. So her $7,000 commission is going to go to about $2,000. Yeah, 2,250, something like that. They
Yeah,
want the deal to work. If not, so what? It's a lot of deals out here.
yeah.
I
We got
don't care.
one house. So you're paying. You said I'm going to give you some of the commission. Is that something that because say if we're buying owner finance and we're putting 10,000 down, they're going to want to know where's my money. Do we have to allot for that agent fee as well when we're coming up with an offer like that?
It just all depends on your numbers. and I work them on the commission, especially if they can't sell it. But if it's a good deal you really want and the numbers make sense, you can pay them their whole commission.
Just pay it. Right.
Now some of the brokers won't, but they can see if they can get paid for a marketing fee or a referral fee and don't have to use the agent. But I'm not a realtor or nothing like that or a broker.
I
So
like that marketing fee because we don't do referral fees around here. They go crazy over that stuff.
yeah, it varies, but something like that relating where you could pay them. As long as they can get paid. Like this agent I'm working with, she's getting paid. I think she said a marketing fee. We're gonna do a marketing fee or something like that.
I like that. I like that, Eddie.
So,
Really like that.
but if you can get the agent mind open, man, I believe you can pull it off.
So do you sit them down? Tell me how that conversation goes. Is that something that you have to take some time with them, Eddie?
No,
I'm a,
I tell them up front. It's like the deal I'm working on. They couldn't sell the property anyway. They listed it twice and couldn't sell it because of the repairs that's needed. The houses in the area are selling pretty good. It's a nice area, but it still needed repairs. So they couldn't sell them. And if she tried to sell it traditionally, she would end up having to bring $1,000 to the table because after the realtor commissions and closing costs and all that stuff, she had to bring $1,000 to the table. So
mm,
nobody wasn't getting anything. So
mm,
now she's going to get about 3,000. I'm gonna give her about 3,000, and I'm gonna give a realtor about 2 or 3,000, something like that.
nice.
I'm gonna tell her, look, I got six because it's supposed to have been 8,000, 7,000. It's supposed to have been for 15,000. They were going to get, but after doing all the numbers and everything, we can't pay out that much money. Nah,
It
we got to drop it.
happens.
We got to drop it down. So I'm gonna give them about 6,000. They can split that up.
That ain't bad. That's a good day. All they do, no doubt, all they
Yeah,
do is write up some paperwork and send it to somebody. I don't know. Take some pictures.
yeah.
So how about? Oh, for me, I sit them down, Eddie, when I'm dealing with a new or someone that doesn't understand the investor side. This is how we can make it work. Because they just think. Well, I don't know what they think because I'm not them. But for some reason, they don't want to necessarily. I think that they don't have the will to make it work, Eddie. And I'm not saying anything bad about agents, but I think that they're used to offers being inside of a box.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if you don't fit in this,
Thinking one way, man. Thinking one track minded. Man,
yeah,
you'll never win like that, man. Never. Let me grab some water.
yeah, go ahead. I think most of the agents that I've run into, and most recently, several of my clients have run into, and it's almost like my clients, us investors, feel guilty for not being able to communicate with the agent so we can use them the most effectively. That's why I wanted to title this training working with how to effectively work with a real estate agent. And I want to encourage you guys to try to find a broker versus an agent. I'm gonna tell you why. Try to find a broker versus an agent. And tonight I got a good announcement. 9 o'clock tonight. I'm gonna do another training tomorrow. If you missed it, I'm gonna open up my
What
land
you
trust
doing? What
training.
you doing, Chris?
I'm gonna do a land trust training tomorrow night, but I'm gonna open it up tonight. I'll give everybody one. They can if they want to join in tonight. I'm gonna give them a crazy, crazy deal. 9 o'clock. Brokers versus agents. Eddie, do you have a preference? I like to hear from you first before I kind of have my opinion on it.
What do you mean?
We got the real estate broker that owns the building. Then we
Right,
have the agent that works for the broker. For me, I'm like,
right.
this is where I live.
What about
Which one? Would you have pros and cons that you would prefer to use either one of these two, or which one do you
I
prefer?
wanna I talk to whoever I could talk to at the time. I talk to the agent. Normally the agent. If I
Okay,
want the deal bad enough, I go to the broker
gotcha, gotcha.
and see what the broker mindset is. See if they're open. See if they have an open mindset. But if not, hey, gotta keep it moving.
Well, okay, for me, round up family, I kind of live right here. I don't mind dealing with the agent, but let me tell you why I love dealing with brokers. They don't answer to anybody regarding the commission. So when you're dealing with an agent, they have to pay a portion of their commission to who? The
Broker.
broker. So when you
Yeah.
dealing with this, when you're dealing with the broker directly, I've had a broker tell me, listen, you could just waive it. You know, I know, just let me, I'll list it on the back end. They can literally take it down to zero if they want to because they're the ones that are calling the shots.
Right.
So here, when I'm buying, like I'm like the broker that I deal with, I'm like, this deal is kind of thin. Would you mind if I could just give you a flat fee? And it's over. But trying to do that here, the agent has to go back and ask the broker, will they do that? And sometimes I've seen, man, let me ask you, Eddie, are you seeing a lot of brokers making agents subject to these transaction fees? I'm seeing $500 transaction fees on top of the
Commission.
Yep, transaction fees.
Whoa.
Yep, 250 to 500. Eddie, you seeing that down there?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
No, I haven't.
you good with that? Okay. So the broker, I'm going to say round up family. If you can find a broker, and it's not like they're the ones I like are the smaller ones, but the one we deal with, she has a few agents under her, but she works as an agent herself. Like it's not like she just has an office and she just manages agents. So we can do a flat fee listing with her when we sell, Eddie, and we can do a flat fee if we want to when we buy. You know, so if we're buying some for cheap and the spread is real thin and she's supposed to get 3 grand, we can not, she can take it down to 2,200 or 2 grand. She
Right.
makes the rules.
Right.
That's why I would say class, if you can find a broker. Now, how are we finding these people, Eddie? What are you thinking?
Well, I don't look for them, man. I market. We market directly to the seller.
I'm
Now, if
seeing,
they call back with brokers involved, we would call the brokers, see what their mindset is. But first, what we do, we call directly to the seller. And if they tell us to deal with the broker, then we'll call the broker, see what their mind is, and go from there. It just depends. If
so you
they're
don't
open, then we can do the deal. If not, hey, on to the next one. We'll follow up with the seller in about 30 days.
so you don't even make offers with on listed property. I thought
No.
you made a few offers on some listed houses in the
I
recently you
mean,
were talking about.
if you're gonna do some rehab stuff like that,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
doing renovation.
Yeah.
But we get most of the deals just marketing, man, directly from the people. I
Okay.
really like to deal directly with the seller. I'm gonna be honest with
I got you. I got you. Well,
you.
for me,
We do run across those kind of deals occasionally, though.
mhm.
Well, all the time. So, but we got so many people saying yes. It doesn't even matter. We don't even have to deal with it. If they want to work with us, fine. If not, we keep it moving.
Move on. Well, I think that every market's different around the country.
Yeah.
And I don't, your market better than me, but I'm like, we kind of do both. We deal with FISBOs and I've got the broker just firing out offers. I mean, it's not like I'm doing it. They just,
Right.
matter of fact, the one that I'm doing today was a house that's listed on the MLS, the bank REO. But you're not looking for rehabs though.
No, sir. Look for pretty houses. We're looking for land. We're looking for ugly houses, wholesaling. We do
Okay.
more of the pretty houses deals.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, here's the thing. That's why I like talking to Eddie around the family. Two different investors, two different markets, different buying strategies, different sales
Right.
strategies. I mean, they both work. They both work.
Yeah, they
For
all
me,
work.
yeah, for me, I'm looking for renovations. I'm looking for rehabs.
And you can add all of them to your portfolio. You gotta have a team though.
That's right. You
Gotta
daggone
have
right.
a team.
So when we're making offers, so you don't make. I can't even. Okay, so I wanted to cover how we are making offers with our agent, Eddie. How we're making offers with. So I want to make sure I understand. You don't make offers on listed houses currently, which is
No.
very important. Around the family, you got to have some type of system in place so you can take the communication out. You have to take the communication out of out of interfering with your offers. So when you're making offers with the agent, you have to make sure that your price your counter, all the dates when it was listed, agent, was the offer submitted. You have to make sure this stuff is all on either a Trello, a Podio, or a Google Doc spreadsheet when you're making offers with a realtor around our family. Because you do not want to have to be following up. Did you make that offer? Did this go in? Was there a counter offer? So once again, that's why I urge you to deal with a broker if you can.
Yeah,
Directly with them. You don't have to worry about the agent answering to the broker. It can just be a nightmare.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm sitting them
Yeah,
down
when
already.
you buy rehabs like that, you want to deal directly with a broker. I would get friendly with some brokers, man. Go in there and meet a couple of them. Cause
That's what I
I
did.
mean, you cutting the middleman out. Just like in any business, you straight to the source, you make more money. You get stuff done faster. That's the only way to go. I'm glad I'm friends with some good brokers. So
It didn't happen overnight, though, Eddie. I mean, you cultivated these relationships over the years, no doubt.
right. But also, I mean, if an investor is serious, you can go and see if you can get a meeting with one or two brokers.
Yeah, sit down with them. Tell them what you're
Sit down
doing.
with them, tell them what you want, and they'll hook you up.
They will. It will. Not all of them will. Some of them will. So I have met a lot of them. They're like, you know what? I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. They want to
Yeah,
get.
I would do a phone interview first. Heck yeah, I would do a phone interview with the broker first before I go and meet them.
You're going to tell them you're an investor. You'll be making multiple offers a day. Some of them will be sight unseen, and you will be doing an inspection after the seller replies, because you don't be driving around like Betty and Betsy and
Yeah,
Joe. Oh my God.
waste of time.
Yeah.
Heck no.
Multiple offers, inspection after class.
That's very important. Very important tip. You need to put a star by that, Chris.
Okay. Running out of space. I got one board after acceptance.
Yeah, when we was doing rehabs like that, man, heck yeah, that's how we was going at 'em.
Gotcha.
Man, you save so much time like that, you can't go look at every property, man.
Tell us why, Eddie. Tell us
Man,
why.
you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
Well,
You
why? Tell me
wasting
about the
time.
numbers. Tell me about the numbers. How many people think my client said he made 10 offers in the last 2 weeks? Tell them why you can't do
Man, you need to be shit. If you look for some rehab deals, you need to be at least letting out 5 offers a day.
a day. A day.
Shh.
A day.
You can't play now. If you want to get a good deal, then you got to be keep following up. Boom, boom, boom.
Following up. That's why you need that spreadsheet so you can see when you made that offer. Following up. Good gracious, Eddie. You know this stuff. You
Yeah,
talking
man.
about you'll make
I've
offers.
been in the game a long time, Chris. You know it, man. We done every transaction. Shit.
Well, when I went to that training last week at the vault, the man says, he stands up, he's like, I want to know who in here can tell me what working hard is. What's working hard? Everybody had their answers. He's like, he got on the board. I'm going to do what I think working hard is for real estate. He wrote his numbers up. He wrote 200 up. He's like, if you can't put on a piece of paper what working hard is, you're not working hard. And I got an opportunity to speak. And he's like, okay, what's working hard in your business? I'm like, well, 100 offers, to get 10 counters to get one accepted.
Now, how long do you do that?
There you go. How long? He was like, his working hard, you can either do 200 calls in 2 weeks, you can do 200 calls in a week, 200 calls in 2 days, or the Mac Daddy, 200 calls in a
Woo!
day.
Woo! Woo! Now you see some action, baby. Now you see some results.
Dude, Patrick Bet David is a
Hey,
monster,
you
dude.
turned me on, brother Chris.
The numbers don't lie. They can't lie,
No,
Eddie.
man, they don't.
100 offers to get 10 counters to get one. I mean, is this close to working hard for you, Eddie?
Man, let's take some action, man. That's how you get these deals, man. You can't be sleep and bull crapping and saying I'm gonna do. Especially you talking about one call a day. Man, you haven't even sent the offer. Come, man, go back to sleep, man. Go back to work, please. Please.
Holler at me next week.
Yeah, we'll talk to you when you're ready.
You know what?
You gotta put this freaking work in, man. You gotta put that work in, take that action. The more energy you start putting into it, it's a frequency. It gotta happen.
That's right.
It gotta happen.
Wow.
Now, guess what? It's gonna dwindle away. And your energy going to go like, and you don't quit. Real estate don't work. No, your ass wasn't working. Sorry, excuse my French. I'm sorry, guys.
Your booty. Eddie, how many offers are you thinking? For me, I know it's nothing for me to put 10 in a day. So, and it's not me, Roundup family. That's why I wanted to talk to you about using an agent. The agent, they get the contract. Let me, matter of fact, I just got the contract over here. I'll be right back. Let me grab it.
Guys, you gotta put the work in, man. You gotta put the work in. It's not just gonna happen, but you gotta be doing the right stuff. You gotta get you some help. You gotta get you a good virtual assistant. You gotta make sure you pre-screen them, have them working also. Don't just focus on agent only deals. Market to all these other houses, free and clear properties.
Yeah.
Man, there's deals out here. Go to outer markets. If you can't find nothing in the city, go to outer little markets, other cities. Come on, man. We got the internet, man. You can do this anywhere. For real, you can do this anywhere. Now, like I was telling, I think my son last night, it's never been this easy, man. It's never been this easy. I swear to God, man.
Never.
Man, we just have to bust our ass, man. Fax and stuff. You remember that fax crap, man? Oh my God.
I do that.
You gotta put all the contracts in there. Scan all the freaking documents. Come on, man.
Well, that's what I'm running into today. They want original signatures. They want original signatures on this one. But when you around the family, your agent should have the purchase and sale agreement. All they have to do is change. It's just grandma. We good, grandma. Your agent, all they're doing is swapping out the first page, the price, and just send it over. Send it over. A lot of the stuff is online. They just click a daggone button, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that I want in my contract? I don't want to have to worry about. I want to make sure I'm writing on my contracts when I'm buying. I want to make sure they understand as is. I'm buying as is.
As is.
Whose contract's going to be better? I got a contract over here that says contingent upon an inspection, or I got an as is contract. Which one's going to look better?
As is, that contingent, man. Nobody want to see that crap.
Don't want to see it.
They're going to throw that stuff. You wasting your time, man.
You're absolutely right, because they're going to go sell the house to me.
Yeah, you wasting your time. They're going to go with the most solid offer, which is as is. You take that little week off and trash it. That's what they're going to do. They ain't even going to call you back or email you, probably. Oh, man.
They won't even look at it. Yeah, they won't look at it. So just scratch through our Roundup family. I highly recommend you to take your purchase and sale agreement and do like this. Scratch through moisture and termite report. You know, I don't even care because I'm gonna get it done anyway. But I know if you know, you have to know what you're doing to do this.
Right.
I don't want no newbies going in. You better get one of these contingent upon that. But if you want to get your offer accepted and you know what you're doing, scratch through it, Roundup family. Because they don't want to. I mean, either way, you got to get it. We got termite down there too, right? You got moisture. Oh yeah, I already know.
Yeah, termite.
Make sure you're getting that. Scratch through it, and if you can, you need a proof of funds letter. We supply those. I'm sure Eddie will supply those for his clients as well. You have to have a proof of funds when you're making an offer with an agent. Anything else on agent stuff, Eddie? Before we get to our questions for the day. Hot out here today.
Man, it feels good down here. About 75 today.
Man, it's beautiful, isn't it? Thank God. I'm so thankful. So thankful. It's a bunch of questions over here. I see Ultimate Bargains is back. He's dropping knowledge. This dude is.
Man, where Ultimate been? Ultimate, where you been, baby? You left us, man.
I don't know where you been, man.
You been in the sun, man. In the sun, chilling on vacation.
Yeah, he in Cali. All right, Round the family. Let's get to some quick questions. Eddie, anything else you want to drop before we Talking about working with agents, don't get mad at them, y'all. I know sometimes they can feel like you're just beating your head up against the wall. I know. I have been there. I'm sure Eddie too. We could just tell story for story about this, especially with short sales. Good God, I want to get my knife. That would have bank
Woo!
would never, they'd never take that.
And that's why we on the short sales, man. We were killing them, man. We was market directly to the homeowner. Bah, 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 bah.
Nice.
Man, I got a nice one too. Oh my God, I got a short sale. We're gonna hit a home run off of brother Kris. The lady left the house abandoned about 2 years. The bank never foreclosed on.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing a short sale on the kids. Been all up through there, man. Abandoned the house. It looks so bad, man. But it's worth about, I think about 150, 160.
Nice.
And we got an offer in for 30. I bet we get it for about 50,000.
That sounds about
Watch
right.
what I tell you. I love getting the ones like that. The short sale is already in bad shape, man. Those are home run, guys.
Mm-hmm.
The ones in good shapes,
Forget
don't
it.
even worry about
Yeah,
it.
forget it. They're gonna do the BPO. Daniel Barrett wants to know, how do you find an investor-friendly realtor, my friend Eddie? He wants to ask you that.
Go to the real estate real meetings.
Yeah.
Go to the
Or
local real estate investor meeting
there you
in
go.
your city, and go to the meetups and stuff too. They be there. So network, pass out cards. It's all about networking. LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
shit, Instagram.
I like to do. I'm gonna tell you what I like to do, Brother Daniel. I like to go to the MLS to see who's listing houses for cash. If you're listing a house for cash, I promise you, you know, or if you're listing ugly houses, they're gonna know exactly what's going on.
Oh yeah.
You know exactly what's going on. And also look for realtors or brokers that are listing contracts for sale on the MLS. I did a training on that the other day. They know what's going on. Because a lot of agents don't even know you can list your contract on the MLS. You can sell a house on the MLS without even owning it.
Right.
Make
Brother
sure.
Kris, you cleaned up today, man. Where you been at?
What's going on, man? What happened my last couple of days? I'm trying to figure out. There's so much hitting me, dude. I mean, I'm trying to build this house. I'm trying to tear it down. We're doing an addition. Wait till you see this addition, man. I'm
Oh,
trying. Hmm?
how, what you did? One store.
We're buying in one story. That's that contract here. But here's the house here. We're doing a separate addition over here. Somehow I can't. I mean, it's not gonna look anything like that. So the addition will be on the side attached. But I've been waiting for this contract for 2 weeks, Eddie. You know, it's a bank REO, and it's just a nasty deal. Once again, dealing with agents. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. So they accepted the offer a week before I went to Dallas, and they just turned it back into me last night. And they said I need to have it in today before 5. And I'm like, dude, it took
Damn.
2 weeks to get it back to me. And they want a cashier's check, class. They want a cashier's check for the EMD, $1,000. Which, okay, that's cool. But
I
what?
mean, you got to roll though. You
But
got to
what?
make it happen though.
I'm not. Yeah, you know what? No complaining. No complaining.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
At least you
we have.
got you one. You got you one. Hey.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. But I mean, I have to accept the fact that I have to perform, but I don't have to expect others to perform. Eddie, it's kind of like just a part of life. You know.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you?
Heck yeah.
Like I'm held to the highest of performance, but I mean, when it's time for them, I'm like, oh yeah, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. It's crazy. I want to show you that. Yeah, they want to. Anyway, I don't even have it. They want a cashier's check for the earnest money. I mean, come on, who does that? Ultimate bargains, you wilding out. Realtors think for their own best interest. That is very true. Very true. Knowledgeable brokers are hard to find. Most realtors are financially illiterate. I'm quote here from Ultimate Bargains. I don't want y'all to.
They gonna put them.
Jermon wants to know, will the brokers and agents on the commercial side work as well, Eddie?
Well, they what? Say that again.
Can you work with a broker on the commercial side?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Same thing, my friend. Don't forget, Brown Dog family, hit the like button, please. Smash the thumbs up. Eddie, Daniel wants to know, do you have one realtor or few that you deal with?
A couple of them.
Hmm.
Agents. I mean the brokers. I deal with a couple of agents, but I like to deal with the brokers.
They don't answer to
But
anybody.
they mess with me and I mess with them. They send me the good stuff first.
That's because they know you're real. Same
They
with
care.
me. They know they can do whatever they want, and they know you're going to close on it.
Yeah. They send us the good stuff first, guys. If you're a rookie, I'm sorry.
Let's
I
see.
just I was just playing, guys.
But you got to start somewhere, though, Eddie. I remember the day I met my broker. I went in there. I'm like, I want to introduce myself to you. I've seen you around town. Let me introduce myself. I really think she enjoyed talking to me. This is, so many years ago. How many people are
Yeah.
gonna come in and just say, "Hey, I've watched her. I've seen your list houses. I researched her." Jamal wants to know, do you lower the commission when you're doing if the agent brings their own buyer, is their commission lowered? Mm-mm.
No.
No, I don't think so.
It depends on the agent, but they can still charge full price no matter what.
Hmm. Beezer wants to know, how do you protect yourself if they're working with another investor and they drop hints that investor can maybe steal your deal? That's a good question because they're gonna come to Eddie with for all the best stuff.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know how you protect yourself, Eddie. I don't know. You want to answer that one? You want to tackle that one?
She said, "How do you protect yourself so an agent won't steal a deal?"
Take it to the cash. Take it to another investor. That's a good one. That's hard, especially when you're new. They don't know who you are. If they get a listing, that happens to
Uh,
me all the time, Eddie. I've had agents tell me, "Listen, Kris, I'm not even going to let you make an offer on this house unless you let me list it on the back end." Let me repeat that. I try to make an offer on the house. The agent told me, "Listen, don't even make an offer unless I'm not going to even submit your offer unless you let me list it after you fix it up."
yeah, I heard that a couple of times. More
So,
than a couple.
oh yeah, it's crazy. Beezer, it's a tough one, dude. It's gonna be, and I'm experienced.
I mean, if you want the deal, go with it.
All you can do is try.
At the end of the day, as long as you're making a profit, you're good. You
Mhm.
should know your numbers before you go into the deal. Make sure you know your numbers and you got some valid comps, man. Whatever it takes to get the deal done, make it happen.
Karina, hey, use a broker. Daniel wants to know: do you say using a broker or agent to find cash buyers? Finding cash buyers, in my opinion, is one of the easiest things to do. You put a sign out: cheap house will sell for cash. I mean, and the phone's gonna ring off the hook.
Or you can buy a cash buyers list with
Uh,
buyers in the area, or you can have an agent pull all the cash transactions within that zip code.
wow, yep. Oh man, Williams, that's weird. Sarah, hey, you have an investor-friendly broker? Sure, yeah, absolutely. I don't want to put her name out here. I don't want to blast her, but email me. My email's in the video description below. Yeah, they do all type of slimy backdoor stuff, TB. I mean, that's what they do. Patrick Cruz, have a home with an HOA. If we get it subject to, do the fees stay in the seller's name like the mortgage? That's a good question, Eddie.
Say that again, Kris.
If you're buying a house with an HOA, if they buy a subject to, do the I guess the back fees stay in the seller's name like a mortgage, like the mortgage will?
Heck no, they switch it over to whoever name. If it haven't been paid, they switch it over.
They want a
Shit.
clause.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Get them clause. What happened to you, Eddie?
Shit, they put it over on me. I didn't sign over to it. I bought it subject to, and the guy lied about the HOA fees, and we didn't check. And
Mm,
next thing I know, I get a freaking bill talking about I owe them some money.
that's the O Eddie. No title search.
Yep.
Jordan started the user called me, but it kept crashing. Jordan, just email me. We'll see. We'll get you straight with that. Jamon. Jamon wants to know most of the FISBOs he sees online are agents pretending to be FISBOs. Good Lord.
Yep.
Is that false advertising? Eddie, I didn't know that was happening.
Some of them are.
Hmm. Edward Porter has the broker on his side, but the broker is not familiar with creative financing. How can he get him on track, Eddie?
Hey, it don't make sense to beat a dead horse, man. You could try to explain to them, but you can't make them see from your eyes.
Hmm. What are you thinking? Let him go or what? I don't know.
You're on to the next one. Guys, don't get stuck on one deal, man. There's so many deals out here. You gotta if you're harboring over one deal, that means you're not marketing.
Not doing enough, yeah.
You gotta market, man. You gotta send letters, make cold calls. You gotta get the phone ringing, send voice blasts. Gotta get that phone ringing, guys.
Yeah. That voice blast, I think, is we got to talk about that too. Everybody's saying it's going to be illegal. Jamal had a realtor, Jamal Osbury. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Had a realtor try to help me wholesale a property. He referred me to a lady because he said that he had the best interest of the seller. She called me and told me that I needed paperwork. Why? Hmm. Jamal, do you have the purchase and sale agreement? I don't understand that question. Okay. Well, ultimate bargain's got it. You got to have a paper. You got to have the contract. You can't sell nothing you don't own, my friend. Realtor's definition of working hard is hardly working. Ultimate bargains. Shaq buys houses. Eddie, he or she, I don't know, wants to know, can you put a home with a home equity line of credit in a land trust?
Hmm. I don't know. I haven't had that experience, Chris. Have
Yeah,
you?
yeah, absolutely. I did it. Like, yeah, I mean, a home equity line of credit is nothing but a loan. Don't forget, class, transferring title has nothing to do with the loan. Ownership, mortgage. Ownership over here, mortgage over here. Don't hook them up together.
Right.
As a matter of fact, tonight I'm going to announce my next land trust training masterclass. It'll be tomorrow. I'm going to do a special bargain tonight. 9 o'clock. I'll be on here. Good gracious, they're pouring in. Oh man, we got one family first. Hey, thank you for your love offering. What's the best way to purchase a property from someone that has passed away with no relatives, Eddie? That's nasty.
Damn.
That is just so nasty.
Whoa. I have had that problem, man. Oh my God.
How many times have I had a joint where it got 19 heirs and you're like, with no relatives?
Man.
You know what? You can get affidavits from the neighbors.
Dang.
Go talk to the attorney. Get affidavits from the neighbors. That's all you got to do. Talk to the attorney family first. I've had to literally go to the neighborhood, knock on the door, be like, "How you doing, Miss Smith? The lady passed away next door. Would you just verify that they didn't have any children?" And they'll take. I had to get like 4 or 5 from the neighbors because most of the time the neighbors will know. What about you, Eddie? Have you ever had that?
Heck no. I haven't had that problem. Thank God. Wow.
That's nasty, right?
Yeah, boy. It's already hell if you have several siblings that got
Yeah,
to sign
one.
off.
One. Family first. Talk to the attorney. Ask him. Tell him you have heard. I had to do this because they don't. Somebody can lie about heirs, right? You can lie about it. So you have to
Right.
get the neighbors because they live there, and no doubt that they've owned this property for a while, and they'll verify that. Usually, you can turn those affidavits in. It's gonna take some time though. $10 earnest money. That's funny. Williams, he wanted to write as is on the offer when the listing is a contract on the MLS. Why do agents advise against that for listings? What do you think, Eddie?
Mm, I don't know, Kris.
When you're listing the contract on the MLS, you're not making as is when you're making a buy, not when you're selling, Williams.
Hold on. Say
So
that question again.
she
She
says
want to work the agent.
writing as is on the offer, but how about when she's listing the contract for the MLS? Why do agents advise against that for listings? Why do they advise?
If she's selling it herself,
You sound like she's selling it, the contract on the MLS. I
that
think
shouldn't be a problem.
no, it shouldn't be a problem.
I don't see why that's a problem.
I don't think so. I don't think that's a problem. King Works, what's up, dog? How do you handle the earnest money when making multiple offers a day? Good question. Good question. What we do is we have a copy of a check, or we have our broker hold the check, and they're making copies on each one of them. You just send it out, blast it out, and typically, once the seller side receives the contract, they're going to request that check be deposited. So you don't have to necessarily deposit it. So we give the agent. Matter of fact, I want to let you know this is how we do it. I just give my broker a blank check, to be honest with you. And this is the relationship that we have. It's like, listen, sign it, boom, here you go. That way they can write it on there. I mean, I sign it because I trust them. Now, if you don't know the person, now you can't do that. Here's a blank check, make it work. I just don't have time to think about this stuff, Eddie. I mean, I'm doing stuff. You know, we want those offers going out.
Yeah, you don't want the machine to stop.
Nah, don't worry about that stuff. Develop a relationship. If you meet a broker, take them to lunch. Take them. Take them to coffee or something. Well, get to know people. Ultimate bargains is good gracious. And while he is dropping some knowledge, Justin Hodge. Hey, got a house offer for 188,000. No money down, seller finance. But the agent is holding me back. Typical. Needs updates and been on the market for 140 days. How do I get past? How do I get past the agent? Story of our lives.
Jesus.
Mm, mm, mm. You might have to just write him a check.
Have the attorney explain it to him.
Attorney, or how about going directly to the broker?
Oh, yeah, I would go to the broker,
Billy, go ahead.
and I would go to the broker, and I would also have the attorney explain it to them.
There you go. Have a third party explain it so they feel comfortable.
Yeah, because see, a real estate attorney is not going to lose his license for $500.
Mm.
So he's going to let them know, this is a legal transaction. Because even I know down in Georgia, they have a section where you can do owner financing, where you can add it.
Yeah, here too. They have that too. But still, they don't understand this stuff. Owner financing, what's that?
Yeah, usually when it's a situation like that, my attorney, I got a good relationship with him, so we get on a three-way, and he will explain it to them. Hey, blase, blase, this how it goes down, this how it work. Boom.
Gotcha.
Then it usually goes pretty smooth after that.
Quick phone call.
Yeah.
And no doubt Eddie would pay for that phone call if it's something that he needed to do, no doubt. Thrax, he wants to understand. Eddie, you want to give him one statement of what a short sale is. I just want to help the brother out.
Oh, a short sale is just say somebody has a house that they got a mortgage on it for 140. Well, if it's in bad shape and if the person is behind on their payments, they got to be in some kind of default. Then you can go in and start negotiating with the lender to take a lesser payoff on the property. So it just says they got a mortgage of 140, but they need 30 or 40,000 in repairs. You can go in there and offer them, as low as possible. We always go to the bottom. So a property like that situation, I would offer them like 25,000.
Mm-hmm.
Then once they come out there, you got to meet the BPO agent or the appraisal out at the property. Have your long list of repairs, and you meet with them and show them everything what's wrong with the property. Look, this right here is going to cost this much, and make sure you keep repeating the number how much it's going to need in repairs so it'll stick in their head. Have low comps always. Bring the lowest comps you can find if you can find some. If
Mm.
not, make sure you always bring that repair estimate. So the house need 40,000 in repairs. You're gonna say this house need 40,000 in repairs. Just look at this. Look at the ceiling. Yeah, we gotta put a new roof in. I can see why this house need 40,000 in repairs. Look at the floor over there. Just keep putting that number in their mind. So when they get there and go to doing their numbers, they usually give you your number. I say,
Okay.
yeah, this buyer got an offer. Now I don't act like I'm the buyer. If I go out, I'm not the buyer. I'm just assisting the agent. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. I like that. Matter of fact, tonight I'm going to do a case study on a short sale we just bought. So you guys can see how it all works, how the numbers and everything. It's irrelevant what they owe. It is
yeah.
completely. Let me ask you, Eddie, is it irrelevant for what the seller owes?
Heck no, it's all based on what that BPO come in at. That's the magic key to a short sale.
I don't care.
That BPO. If that sucker come in too high, it's usually good for about 90 days. So you're pretty much screwed. So you better make sure you there negotiate.
Here's the thing. I don't care if they owe $1 million, round up family. If you need to make an offer at 100,000, you make that offer. Don't let
Strike.
those agents. Yeah, you don't let those
Gotta
agents.
strike.
There you go. Don't let those agents talk you out of that roundup. I'm gonna do it. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, I'll go over a case study tonight. TB Sweetie. How do you list a contract for? Oh, Edward. Hey, how do you list a contract on the MLS for sale or lease purchase? Great question. I love those. It's my favorite thing to do. You got to do a search, hey Porter. Do a search on the MLS. You can literally go down. There's a box you check contracts for contract search. Just do a contract search. See what broker is listing them, and then give them a call, and it's over. You can do this around the country. There are some markets where you can't, from what I have heard. I do not know for sure, but I know you can do it here in our town and Indiana. We're talking about the Bronx.
Bronx.
Kevin Saunders, what's up, my friend? How do you structure a rent to own when there is an agent involved? Oh Lord, I want to do a sandwich, but the agent wants their commission. That's a good one there, Eddie.
Pay a marketing fee.
Gotta pay. Gotta pay.
Gotta pay to play, baby.
Yeah. Ibrahim, what up, dog? Gotta pay. Sarah just picked up a cash buy from one of our furniture pickups. That's nice. TB Sweetie, her realtor asked if it's okay if he also represents the buyer. Oh Lord, you signed a dual representation agreement, but now it's becoming a conflict. Hmm.
Shoot,
Welcome to real
man.
estate. Yeah, you signed it, TB Sweetie. You might want to call your boy or Eddie before you sign that type of stuff. You know
Yeah,
we love
man.
you though.
Hey, like I always say, with a mentor, you either pay now up front and avoid the pitfalls, or you go into the pitfalls and you gotta pay.
Come on into the fire, TB Sweetie. Come on.
Either way, you gonna pay, baby. I promise you. I promise.
Jamal, he's asked numerous agents for a list of cash buyers. They blow me off. You might want to keep your. This is not one roundup family. This is. You think Eddie and I just went up to one person and was like, "This is dozens of people we have been through." I don't know how. I don't know how many agents you've been through, Eddie. Even title companies and attorneys, Eddie. You've been. I mean, I've been through so many. Twanette, agents are less open to discuss creative financing. That's true. Are there buying strategies that work better in a seller's market? What do you think about that, Eddie?
Is there buyers? Say that last part.
Are there any buyer strategies that work better in a seller's market?
Just gotta send a lot of offers, man.
Yeah,
Gotta send a lot of offers.
a lot, a
And
lot.
start doing your own marketing also. Don't just market with agents. Ride around, drive for dollars. Look for houses in the areas you want to flip.
Well,
Don't
today,
just think. Don't just think one dimensional. Just keep looking. Keep doing. Keep putting in the energy. Send offers like that through the agents. Go drive for dollars. Get your a free and clear list. Man, market to that list. Oh shit, man, there's a lot of different strategies you can use. Don't just be stuck in one strategy.
Yeah. Well, there comes the point where, in my, just from my experience, it's kind of like when you develop capital, you got to kind of put it working somewhere, especially with your IRA. Eddie, final thoughts. Working with agents. I got to keep us on this one topic for today. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe. You got to curl that thing, brother Kris, a couple times. Boom, boom. Yeah. Look at my boy Kris.
Final thoughts. Working with agents, my friend, my brother.
Hey guys, you gotta submit a lot of offers, man. And if you could deal with brokers, you better. You could deal with brokers, man. You're gonna be,
Life's a
hey,
lot easier.
yeah, a lot easier.
Life's a lot easier.
Keep going, guys. Keep looking, man. Don't give up. Don't quit. You only one deal away. Once you get that deal and close, you know it worked. Then you put that money, at least half of it, back into the business and keep on growing it, growing it, growing it, growing it, growing it.
Yes, sir. You got to round up family tonight. I'm going to open up. I'm going to do a land trust masterclass tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Tonight, I'm going to open up the class for registration. I mean, the class will be free, but I'm going to lower the price for my trust, 50% discount for the night only till midnight. If you want to join in, please. I'll be live tonight, and I'm going to be going over a short sale tonight. Show you a short sale we just closed on and how it works, all the moving parts. So much to share with you, and thank you for letting Eddie and I pour into your life, bring you value. This is what we do. 1 hour, 1 hour. Eddie, good talking to you. Working with realtors, get your system down, crank it out. Systems. You don't need to be asking them when you make the offer. It should be via email. I want to email 123 Easy Street. I want to offer $50,000. This is the name of the buyer because you better be buying it in a trust and not in your name or your company name. Eddie, can I get an amen?
Okay, there. Amen. Hallelujah.
You better not be putting me in your name, but you can if you're just so scared of using a trust, which I'm going to talk to you about that tonight. Eddie, how long did it take you to use a land trust? No doubt you did start using it at the beginning.
Yeah, my first deal was a subject too, so I was using land trust then.
You started from the top using trusts?
Yeah, I learned from Pops, man. He had the 5-day millionaire maker seminar. Man, he poured so much information in that head, man. But I knew I had to buy in a land trust because that's what they said. Buying a land trust. But my second deal was a wholesale deal. Catch this. And I didn't think to buy in the land trust then. But I just put in my name. Hell, I was so happy to get the deal.
Yeah.
I put that one in my name.
You
But
just happy.
yeah, but I happened to get all the information when I first started. So, but some people, man, don't never get it.
It took me.
That's so important, man.
Hmm.
Wow. Oh my God. Use a trust, guys, with every transaction.
I don't care if it's wholesale.
Especially some of you guys out there got that baby mama drama. You better do deals in these land trusts.
Round up family. I'll see you tonight for another training. I'm gonna do a short sale and land trust, and then the land trust masterclass will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Eddie, God bless you, man. I'll talk to you soon. Hold tight, don't move. Bye,
Peace.
round up family. Peace.